Hello and welcome, my name is Max and today we are playing Modulus. So recently Jarvis from Happy Volcano reached out to me and graciously provided me with this amazing game. Thank you, Jarvis. And also, by the way, this video is not sponsored, it's not a paid review, this is just me trying a new game and honestly enjoying it. So Modulus is a relaxing creative sandbox factory automation game where players build and automate elegant production lines using modular 3D building blocks. Okay, so it's like, I don't know, it's like a Lego thing. The twist is that you don't place pre-made buildings like Factoria or Satisfactory. You craft voxel-based modules, then assemble them into functioning factories. You go incrementally, basically. There are no enemies, no combat, no timers, nothing to pressure you into anything. You just sit down, relax, enjoy, and have some great time building things, basically. Some players go deep into efficiency and logistics, while others use the system to create pixel art. Yeah, that's a real thing. Sculptures or beautifully expressive builds. Just think of Minecraft, but with the automation thing on top. And yeah, that's the intro into Modulus. It's going to be released very soon on April 2nd, so don't forget to wishlist it on Steam if it resonates with you. Alright, so let's get started and see what this game's about. Okay, let's start with a new game. I'm going to call it Maxium as a kind of a habit. And should I include the tutorial? Absolutely. This game, by the way, it provides such a relaxing tutorial and environment. I did some tinkering with it and I really liked it. So yeah, I want you to also see the tutorial. It's mostly text-based. Ah, there you are. Hello. What? The Dalius one? The Dalius one? I don't know. I'm Atlas. I'll be your liaison to your creators, the colony. So there's a colony. The colony is all the way down there. These guys here. They built you for a single purpose, to mass produce pods. I understand. Buildings are essential to meeting your production targets. Each one is constructed from modules. The building blocks of your factory. How interesting. You will be making these yourself. Okay. Alright, so you've been given unlimited resources. I like that already. And no time constraints. So relax into it. Explore, build, optimize. These are like music to my ears. There's no pressure here. When you're ready, I'll begin your training. Cheers. So yeah, this is going to be the beginning. All right, this is Atlas. Calibrating systems. Let's run a test protocol on your sensors. Follow on the top left. Follow instructions on the top left. So this is basically how the tutorial works. It gives you an instruction here and some to-do list or a checklist over here, and you know you're doing the right thing. Super clear. So move the camera. Use WASD. Or middle mouse button. If you press down the middle mouse button, you can also scroll in and out. See, zoom the camera using the scroll and rotate camera using right mouse button like this. Mining polyrock. So these things that you see here, and look, when you zoom in, there's so much detail. These are polyrock, and these are the main nodes you're gonna extract resources from. And this is the access bar here. Everything's locked right now, but soon we will start to see things. So this is the miner. Hello, miner. You can rotate it using R. See, another item checked off. Let's put it down. Very lovely sound effects as well. The clicky clanky thing. Place a furnace. Oh, look at this fire. That's the furnace. Let's put it down. Can I put it down here? Nope. Also, if you click around, it makes this awesome noise. And yes, no factory games complete ever without conveyor belts. So you take this, and their approach to conveyor belts is very fluid, and basically just that's it. Literally, you don't need to do splitters or joints or whatever. It just works. And look, these guys are producing stuff. This thing here, you can just hover your mouse over it, and it's smelting that rock into these blocks. And these are the building blocks we are going to work with. Now, before we move forward, let me show you something. If you press Z... Oh, you can't? Okay, sorry. We're in the middle of the very first tutorial. Let's just go forward with it. So, place a cutter and yeah, do something with it. So this is the cutter. It's like another tiny factory. You put it down here. And some of these factories, like the furnace, you cannot click on, but the cutter, you can actually go inside and look. There's a whole other building inside here. Input side, output side. Configuring operators. To configure the cutter, select the slice interval. At the bottom, cut the block into 2 equal pieces. So these are the configuration things. If you do this, it will cut every single block or every single segment. This will do every other one, so you cut it in half. This is every 3, and this is basically this whole size of it. Nothing's gonna come out differently. So this is a live preview of what you will get. It's just insanely good. So we're gonna cut it in half based on the thing, and then you do configuration. If you ever make a mistake or you want to change a setting, reset. No pressure at all. Configure. Okay, that's done. So now we need to create basic core facility. For the basic core facility, we need a small thing here in this shape, and you can use your mouse button again to rotate it around, see how it looks like. And to me, it looks like one of these cut in 2 and then attached together horizontally. So let's do that. What is this thing here? The assembler. No factory game is ever complete without the mighty assembler. It needs 2 inputs, and then it gives you here. It gives you 1 output, and this looks very familiar. What could it be? Splitter. Yes, the mighty splitter is back, and let's do the belting now. If you hover over the conveyor or any other building and you use the middle mouse button, click, it just copies it. It's like the Q thing in Factorio. Now, these raw materials are divided by 2. They come here into this building right here. Let me minimize this. Let's go here. How can we do this? It even shows you a tiny video of how to do it. What else can it do? Correct. Yes. But let me show you something before you do this. So sometimes you want to place these things differently. The moment you grab this, it gives you 2 options. R, you rotate it this way, and T, you rotate it this way. And if you do this and bring it here, it stays this way. Okay, but you can still change it if you want. Everything is so fluid in this game. New module created. How relaxing was that? What is this building? It's called Basic Core Facility. And I think it's a small version. For some reason, that's why it says small. Now, buildings like this provide you with cranes as feature. And when you do that, it creates one of these. It's like a sorter and Dyson Sphere program. Only you are limited by 4. So we do this. We look at that. Just like that, we have our first production line. And that's it. And this picks them up. This tiny crane right here. Look at it. Yum. It takes it in. And if you click on this, it tells you how many it needs. It needs 24 of this kind before it is complete. And what is happening here? Look at this. These things are literally the building blocks of this factory or this building itself. That's what I meant by voxel-based building blocks and what I meant by Lego style of playing. This is amazing, okay? And if you ever feel like, oh, this is not enough, you can add another crane right here. And if you feel like, that's too much, you press X, you click, it's gone. That's it. Look at this thing. It works. If we press Z and we do this because we messed up something and we need to change the recipe, items disappear. You don't delete anything, you just delete the items with Z. So Selection tool is this one. You click, you select. This one's the move tool. You move things around. Copy. Oh yes, look at this. We instantly get the blueprints and copying things, and you can remove them, and it's just, you know, it's just, what else do you want? Okay, so we have created our first production line, all right? Now, we want to create another production line because look, this building requires 2 different material to complete this whole building process. Most of this is going to be repetitive, so we're just going to copy this just like that. Oh, look, a conveniently placed identical resource mine. Ready for a challenge? You are free to build however you You are free to build however you desire. You have unlocked the tools, blah, blah, blah. Destroy the... Okay. Now we want to build this. This is the new challenge. Obviously, the previous model is not going to work. We probably have to cut things differently. Or do we? I don't know. Let's find out. So if we go here and we cut things, that's the only way we can cut it. But again, these blocks that come out, I wish if we could cut them once more. So let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's middle mouse click on that and say, you know what? Whenever something comes in, let's grab it. Press R. So we position it this way for the cutter. See? The cutter is positioned this way. And we say, all right, cut it right in the middle. Splendid. Now, when items come out, they're going to be already this way. And, okay, so remember that Z button? Let's clean this up and say, okay, if things come in, use the splitter. So we get the same thing on both sides, because remember, this is a assembler. And we reset this and we say, okay, when I get something like that, you just put them on top of each other. And that's what I want.
New module created.
New module created. Again, that therapeutic sound. And that's what we want to do. Ah, look at this. We blocked ourselves here. So why not move the crane here? Remove this. And now let's drag this all the way here. And that should take care of the business, right? Let's see. Let's see if it works. So we got these column shape modules to also be added to our building. Eat it, Nyam. Okay. Now it just places them here. Look. It is working. And we are completing this building. All right. So this building requires twice as many of that newly made modules. So let's use 2 cranes to deliver. That is correct. Because it's not fast enough to pick them up. So what can we do? Easy. You can put this here, or like this, or how can I rotate this like this with T? And now we use another crane, and we do this, and that's it. And so nothing's gonna wait. They're gonna be equally split between these 2 cranes, and it's gonna just do the trick for us. Splendid. Okay, good job. Thank you, Atlas. Buildings need a continuous influx, fancy words, of modules to keep producing, even after they are completed. Interesting. While we wait on it to complete, we can already place a harvester pad that will collect those resources. So this building will build things after it's complete, and we need to transfer those things to another facility. It's like much like a warehouse. Look at this thing over here. It says harvester pad. Assign drones to collect resources from buildings. Okay. So let's just put it here. Okay. Okay. So how do we connect this to this? We click on this. You see this link? We bring it here and we click. And lo and behold, this drone is going there and collecting stuff for us. There's nothing to collect yet because the building itself is under construction. Look, our modules are being placed one by one. That's awesome. So now, after this building is done, it probably uses the same modules, or additional ones and creates something, a product, something that it exports. And this drone right here, these collectors, manage the exports of these buildings. Okay. Now there's one important thing. When you click on this, there's no output on this building. So you need the drones to get things out. But when you click on this, you see there is an output. So this building, whatever it collects, you can finally export this with a conveyor belt, just like that. Oh, while that happens, you can also change the time of day. Ah, look. It is done. The building is done. What it does right now, this building, this basic core facility, produces basic cores. These are basic cores, these tiny things right here. And what modules it needs? Exactly the two that we already provided. So the building is good. It does its thing. And look at this. This is not fast enough. So we can add another one of these cranes here just to make it faster. Hello, building. Can you go away, please? Yes. So now there are 2 cranes picking up this, 2 cranes picking up the other thing, but we messed it up because now it's mixed with this one. Let's see if we can rotate this. Yes, you drag it that way and now they're not mixed anymore. See? Easy to fix. Now it creates things just like this, and after it does, this drone right here should be able to pick it up. And yes, just like that. That's 1 core. Hello. And it just gathers here, basically. And that's the capacity. Okay. This could be imagined like a glorious box full of items. Okay, that's that. Now let's move on to the next part. Now the game unlocks different buildings. Here is one of the areas we get different buildings. We already have a basic core facility. Now we need a basic bot assembly. See? Basic bot assembly. Where to put this? I see some resources here. Why not put this, let's say, around here? Yes. You can click on a building and inspect required modules. We know this. We've done this. This is the first module. I think it's easy to produce, but this one looks black. What's going on? Is it black? Is it gray? I don't know, but we'll see. Okay. It says it requires a different color. One of the modules for the basic bot assembly is black and requires monotoner. The monotoner can turn an entire module black or white. Oh, really? Interesting. So where is the monotoner? This is the monotoner. Look at it. Let's put it down. It basically just colors it differently depending on how you set it. Okay. Before we do, let me show you something interesting. Look at this game. Look how cool it looks, how beautiful it is. These vents right here. I have no idea if these solar panels are part of the game or not, but I'm loving it. These trees, by the way, you can remove trees if you press X. And for some reason, you don't like this tree. Let's see. All right, let's sacrifice one of these beautiful trees over here. Bit tricky. Yes. Bam, it's gone. So they can be removed. I try to keep them because they look awesome. What is that thing? Those wind turbines. I don't know if I can use them or not. This mysterious building right here, which I don't know what it is. It's a delivery dock. We'll see about that later. And look, we have a tiny pond. Is there fish in there? I don't know. Then you come across these islands. What are these things? Let's zoom out a little bit. So many different islands. And when you click on them, it says, island not available to be purchased. Only islands adjacent to the islands you already own can be purchased. So this one, yeah. Oh, you don't have the expansion permit. So we need something called expansion permit, meaning we'll eventually spread to other islands as well. But for now, let's not worry about that. Let's check out this menu a little bit. There's an auto cycle. You can let the game go through day and night cycles. You can always play at dawn, day, dusk, or night, if that fits your mood. I put it on the auto cycle, or let's actually put it on day because we want to see what we are doing. This one here is the mini map. You can literally scroll up and down, and you can right click and go to different places. You can drag it around. This is an overview of how the islands look like. This is the redo and undo button. You know, look, that tree can be brought back. There's also a tech tree, and I've discovered it by pressing a very interesting shortcut. There are different things. What does these remind you of? Data cubes for research? Yes, they're called data shards. This one's a gray data shard, and you need it to unlock this whole awesome tree. And look at the size of this tree. It's insane how big it is. And each one of these things does different things. You know, you can unlock some of them. You already have this one. Yeah, it's just amazing. So yeah, and each one requires a different type of data shard to work. So look forward to see that. Okay, let's get building again. So let's see again what this building requires. It requires this. I'm not going to create a whole factory from scratch. Instead, I'm going to come here to our first factory and see. All right, you see this thing right here? What if we already cut these things in half again and then assembled them? What happens there? So I'm going to copy this. Control C, copy up until this point. And just bring it here conveniently. By the way, spaghetti alert. This game is going to be full of spaghetti because I have no idea what I'm doing. But that's okay. That's all right. Also, I feel like this is just way too long of a conveyor belt. We don't need it to be that long. Yes. And can I just put it down here, please? Yes. Okay, I've just screwed it up completely. But fear not. It's all good. Copy this. I don't know how you cut a building still, but at least you can do this. All right. And delete this part. So let's get a few of those miners going. I used 2 for now. Hopefully that's enough. And just like that, you've connected them, you smelt them, you cut them in half. That's what you have here. And over here, I'm going to take this and put 2 of these down. And I think I have to wait for that thing to come in first before I'm able to set the recipe on them. Okay, so for this one, can you please cut this in half one more time? And you use this one because you want 1 cell for each one. Okay. Configure this. And we're going to do the same thing here. And now we will feed these to one of those assembly machines. And we ask that assembly machine, can you please do this?
New module created.
New module created. Okay, so this module, and you can rotate this conveniently. Can you please bring it right here? Just like that. Place a crane. We are done. It takes a little bit to get familiar with how you orient yourself in this game, but it's super convenient. Ah, look, this building is about to be created. Now, on to the next one, the tricky one. What is the essence of this thing? It is basically the same thing we just created, but with a twist. So instead of cutting them one more time this way, now we cut them this way. So up until this point, everything is exactly the same. We just need to do a little bit of adjustment. And where should I put them? Actually, I'm going to put them right here. What I'm going to do is to connect them. Actually, let's do it this way so it looks better. And once you get a hang of how to use the conveyor belts, they are super awesome and very fast. And I like the audio feedback, the SFX feedback that tells you like, oh, you've done a great job. Plop. And it's good. Sorry, Atlas, can you wait for a second? I'm trying to understand what I should do. So, Here things are going correctly, except one thing. We need everything to be black. So what if we put this here and we destroyed this part? And before this segment, we use one of those, what is it? Monotoner, yes. We put it here, and can you paint everything black? Now we copy this back, and we put it here. And everything we get should be black. Let's see. Reset. Come on, give me something. Yes. Now, if I cut this, it's going to be this way. But if I hold it and press R, now it's going to be different. Now I can cut it in half. And that's how I want to do it. Same thing here. Cut in half. Now we have, look at this. These are cut incorrectly. How do you fix that? Z, this, done. Now we go here, we reset this as well, and we wait for these items to come. And we put one on top of the other one.
Module created.
Ah, that reassuring voice. New module recreated. Yet again. Thank you. Now we need to deliver these to here. Yeah, rotate with the right mouse button. Put a crane here, like so. And look, our building is being built. Great job, thank you. Once finished, this building will create bots. In the meantime, let's start on the last essential building, the basic processing plant. This will be the first step towards unlocking new technology. I like technology. This unlocks it. Awesome. So, how do we do that? Buildings. The third one, basic processing plant. Where to put this? I see some resources here. Why not put it around here? What's holding us? Or here? Or here. I'm going to put it here. All right. So let's see what this one's about. Ooh, look at this. Naughty. Now we are combining colors and shapes. But it's going to be super simple. Why? We already produced this, remember? We only need to produce this and then attach them together. So what you can do at this point is to learn from what you have already done. We have this, right? What holds us from copying this whole thing? All right, just copy it. And we do that like twice. Okay. And for one of these, I'm going to remove this monotoner or this painter. And I'm going to be like, okay, I want to have two of you allocated, 2 miners allocated to the first building, 2 miners allocated to the second building. Pick up the conveyor, go here, done. Pick up the conveyor, go here, done. Let's see what happens. So, we get the resources in. The furnace smelts them. Then they'll be cut according to the primary specs. Nice. One of them has to be black. The other one can stay white. Then they're going to come into the second row of cutters. And they'll be cut like this. And then we get 2 belts out. One white and one's going to be black. Come on now. All right. Perfect. Now we have another assembly machine. And yeah, we have to connect them first. You come here and you come here. And the moment they come in, we just go to that building. What was the recipe? Yeah, this. And it doesn't matter if it's standing or lying down, but let's just experiment with it for the sake of the tutorial. You put them like this.
New module created.
A new module created. Yeah, I think I'm going to dream about that voice tonight. New module created. So you take that and you feed it to your conveyor belt. And you put a crane on top of it. And there you go. Let's see if it makes it to the building. Yes, it did. And it looks good. Now this building requires yet another shape. Now, here's the tricky thing. I feel like This looks very familiar to this, except they are also being cut one more time. So what if... What if... You see this whole machine right here, this whole assembly machine right here? What if I copy this part? Okay. And yeah, the spaghetti is starting to become a bit unbearable. But that's okay. Can I put you guys here? Are you going to behave? Okay. So what we're going to do is basically... see, now I need to get rid of the trees even though I don't like it. But... 1, 2, 1, 2. The easy part. Let's connect them. Okay. And I love the fact that you can rotate the camera. So these two are operational and we know exactly what we are getting. What we don't have here is a mechanism to cut them in specific ways. And by that, I mean, for this one, so look at this. Let's review that quickly. For the, is this the white one or is this the black one? No, this is the black one. So we're going to cut them in half. And this will let the modules make their way here. Alright, we're going to cut this like so. So that's that. But then we need a bunch of these. Because after this happens, we need to make 2 different things here. What I'm going to do is to put a splitter right around here. I'm going to direct half of them. Trees are getting in the way. Sorry, trees. I have nothing against you. It's just that I need some space for my spaghettification process. Okay, so how you do this is that you pick up this assembly machine. You put it here. Okay. We take a splitter, put it here, and the splitter needs 1 input, but it gives us 2 output. Splendid. Now, whatever comes here, what do we do with it? It's already, yeah, it's already there. So let's just do this so it's more visible. T, okay. That's one of the shapes that we need. The other shape that we need is a combination of this cut in half with this cut in half, which already is. So I'm going to put this... Yeah, let's put it right around here. Space is a bit tight. Alright, come in. Let's see how we can cut you. This way. Yes. Now, in order to make this, we already have this white part. We already have this big black part. But we need one of these tiny black things. But we already have it from this one. So we put down an assembly machine like this. And we just connect it. 1 here, 1 here. Now these 2 things come in. This should be white. This should be black. They go here. How can we form this? Easy. We just take this, put it down, rotate, put it down. Another rotation. This way. Is it correct? I don't like how it looks. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. So it looks exactly like what we have in the photo. And it's to the side. Yes. Okay. Done. Now the output from this one and this one should be merged again to produce the final product. So I'm gonna use this. Alright, come here. And you come here. And let's bring this home, shall we? Okay, these 2 parts coming together. This is going to be like this. And this is going to rotate like this. This looks good to me. Ready to hear that magical heavenly voice?
New module created.
Ah, yes. Now we take that and we feed it to our building, except I don't know where the building is anymore. Oh, is this one? Yes. New module is created. This way. this way, please. Please behave while I'm recording for YouTube. Thank you. That's it. Cores to bots. Additional resource, gray resources. In addition to their modules, some buildings require additional resources. In this case, the bot assembly and the processing plant will need cores as well before they can proceed. Okay, so you see this thing right here. It requires these two, which we are already feeding it, but it also requires cores. But this looks awfully familiar. Where did we build cores before? Ah, it was here in this building, and they are saved here or stored here. Look, I see a possibility for a mighty spaghetti processing. So how do we do this? I'm going to bring it here and then bring them here. And the cores are flowing. Hello, cores. So let's feed them to this building with a crane. And I can actually make it 2 cranes. And all I need to do is to also do this. And I think right now it could be fed much faster. Let's see what happens when these cores make it to this building. And look at this cute robot. This building here creates robots for us. Let's see. Great. Now connect the harvester pad to the bot assembly to collect the bots using conveyor belts. Blah, blah, blah. So we are creating bots, but there's no output for a conveyor belt. We have done this before. We need one of these. And I'm going to put it right here. Click link to this. Hello, little drone. Can you please pick up our cargo? Yes. And suddenly now we have basic bots. That's amazing. And that's our finished product for this island. So how do we deal with this? We just attach it to the delivery station. I see another opportunity for spaghetti. Let's take it. And that's about it. Look at that. That was totally intentional. Completely, utterly, and totally. All right. So when these tiny bots, look at how cute they look. Hello. So unfazed by what's happening to them. When they make it to this, something should happen. Or will something happen? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see how it looks.
Delivery target complete.
That lady. Delivery target is complete. So we have delivered things. And look at that. Bam. Now, we got a permit. This is a permit right here. That means because we delivered stuff, now we get to buy things. And what are we buying? Another island. I'm going to show you in a minute. But before that, look at this. This is the production, the delivery production and milestones. So we are creating basic bots. Look at these things. These are other things that we will create in the future. We have delivered 6 of these. And as we deliver more and more, we are going up the ranks. This is the process you can monitor from here. The progression for modules. You remember that heavenly voice? New modules being created? These are the new modules. So if you look at these, wow, what's that blue material? What is that yellow goldish material? And yeah, module's gonna get a bit too difficult as you progress forward, but fear not, one step at a time. So let's go back and see what we can do with that permit we just got. So far, all the islands were red, remember? But now these are blue, meaning now they can be purchased. They have different compositions. With this island, there are lots of resources on a corner and then some bluish resources here. And then there's a vast uninterrupted space except 2 tiny lakes. Do I want this? Maybe. Let's go see other islands. This one, some mountains, but a unique shape and structure. What else? This island. I like solar panels. Maybe I'll buy this one. Who knows? And finally, I have no idea if these solar panels do anything or not, or maybe just purely aesthetic. But yeah, you can choose whichever style you like. I like uncluttered islands, so I click on this one. Purchase island. Spend 1 expansion permit to unlock this island. Let's do it. Ta-da! Now suddenly the island is mine, and use skylines to transport resources across islands. That looks good. So you can logistically connect islands and do things. So you're not limited to produce everything on the same island. All right. And increase core production. Okay. All right. So Atlas has more directives on what you can do and how you can expand. I don't know what this thing is, but that's where we're going to stop for the first episode. This is a beautiful, relaxing factory game where you get to build things literally block by block, including the things that build those things, these buildings. And you have the opportunity to unlock this massive tech tree, which is insane. I have no idea what's there, but I was checking some of them, and it looks like you can increase the speed or the height of these buildings and their space. It's just a lot of things to take in. And yeah, if you liked it, let me know in the comments below. Click that like button, wishlist it on Steam, support the developer. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.